verse 22. It shows you that this nation was the United States of America because it's out of Greece. Greece is where the birth, right, where the birth of democracy was born. So this is what President George W. Bush forcing a area nation to become democratized, God's people. If you remember the prophecy of Job, where each time that the Satan came in, he said he'll make Job curse God to his face. That means abandon the law of Moses and take on the law of democracy. That's exactly what it means. Job 1, Job 2. So George H.W. Bush tried to get Saddam Hussein to abandon the law of Moses. He failed. And Job 2, which was George W. Bush's son, he tried to get Saddam Hussein to take on the law of democracy, and he failed. He never cursed God to his face. And when you saw them hang Saddam Hussein, which is a agenda that came out through the United States and everything, because the United States was famous for hanging us when we was from the peoples. We know this. When we seen the man hang Saddam Hussein, we knew it didn't matter what he dressed up in. He was dressed in black and everything, but it came from the United States of America. Once they hung this man, they hung him and told him to go straight to hell. They had mad anger with him because he held his integrity towards God, just like God said he would do. And Job 1 and Job 2, he was the head. He was Job in prophecy. Saddam Hussein was. Now, now that being broken, wherefore stood up, but it 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his own power. In other words, the Air Force, Army, Navy, and Marine is the nation, is the military fighting force of the United States would stand up. But he would have to have a United Nations to help him to accomplish World War III, because he can't do it by himself. 5. And in the later times of their kingdom, when the transgressor are come to rule, a king of fierce countenance and understand dark sentences shall stand up. It is the wolf that was stalking me, which Blackwater and the Ku Klux Klan and all of these they are the wolf that was stalking me, that God gave me in the vision. He only understands darkness and sinister message. He would take over. He was the wolf that went out and got this beast and went out and ate the little dog cub, consumed the dog, the small dog. Who is Blackwater, CIA, all of these here is dark organized crime working in favor of the rich man. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully. That's what they done over there. And shall prosper and righteous, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. He killing all of God's peoples over there. That's when they killed 200 a night, all of 2006. 1,500 a month over there during the reign of President George W. Bush. He said it in 2007. He said it out of his own mouth. And the other words, 3,000 people, he killing one of them is still fulfilling itself because they don't have an objective over there when the war should end. This is what God is telling us right here. And through his policy, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand by taking the crude oil that belongs to them people and boosting his economy on the blood of God's peoples. He don't care about them. And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Said we done this, and we don't kill Al Qaeda. We got to kill Al Qaeda to protect America by peace. But he shed the blood, he shall destroy many, and he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. He shall be broken without hand, because God is going to kill his food chain. Spoken of in Daniel chapter 2, 3, and 4. And the vision of the evening and the morning which was told is true. Wherefore shut thou up the vision, for it shall be for many days. And I Daniel fainted and was sick. Certain days afterward I rose up and did the king's business, and I was astonished in the vision, but none understood it. Let me see, could I cover this here part again? I want to go back to this part here, and hopefully that I can cover this part here. Okay? Yeah, I think I can do this here. I believe I want to start at 39, verse Daniel 11:39. Thus shall he do in the most, Daniel 11:39. I'm going to start there. Thus shall he do in the most stronghold with a strange God, God of mythology, whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory. And he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for gain. In other words, he's going to, once they conquer and take all of this stuff, they create a provocation of knocking down the World Trade Center by dominating the poor nation, which the Chinese spoke concerning of this matter many years ago. And once he do that, he going to divide it, everybody that goes over there, because he sit there and said, President George W. Bush, I heard him say this on the news, when they thought the war was over in Iraq, well, we're going to divide it with people's help, but we ain't going to divide it with the people that didn't help us. But he said right here that he's going to divide the land for gain. And at the time of the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind, with chariots, with tanks and everything, and with horses, with military fighting vehicles, and with many ships. And he shall enter into the countries, and shall overthrow and pass over. He shall enter into also into the glorious land, and many countries shall be overthrown. But these shall escape out of his hand, even Edom and Moab, and the chiefs of the children of Ammon. He shall stretch forth his hand also upon the countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape. Listen at these here. But he shall have power over the treasures of gold and of silver, and over all the precious things of Egypt. And the Libyans and the Ethiopians shall be at his footsteps. But tidings out of the east and out of the north shall trouble him, China and the Soviet Union. Therefore he shall go forth with great fury to destroy and utterly to make away many. And he shall plant the tabernacles of his palace between the seas in the glorious holy mountains. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him. This is the United States of America. I got this chart here outlining some of the places that God said. He's in Iraq here and Afghanistan here. But what we are looking at, the B-52 bombers has go. God said he will not stop until he take Iran, Syria, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Ethiopia, Egypt, and Libya. He will not. Why? Because of the oil. He will divide the land for gain because it is the heartbeat of the industries. But why trade a lifetime for peace and happiness, a lifetime for eternal life, for a day in the sun, by robbing God's peoples, taking all of the land, this crude oil. They have been served God, abandoned the law of the covenant, don't believe in God, but yet they take and create a word of provocation by building a trade center in a land that was barren, regulating the nations that had crude oil reserve. And when they create a provocation and they came over here and knocked down trade center building, according to the Bible,